sales is the number one skill that you must have in your own self, because till the time you're not answerable to yourself, nobody cares, right? As simple as that. I used to get peanuts from what they used to make, but today I have my own business. I earn for myself, I work for myself. That one day that it hits after 20 years, that is what the media popularizes. क्या नहीं, मैंने 10 साल ये कराया, अब कैसे छोड़ दूं? ये कभी मत करना. Secure your next big paycheck. Secure that monthly paycheck that you look. That's a drug that people give you, and it's the most addictable or addicting drug in the world. A salary or a paycheck that you get on a monthly basis. So time, energy, and proximity. These are the three things that define your relationships. Start creating your number. What is it? 10 crores, 50 crores, 100 crores, 200 crores, 1000 crores, whatever it is. Maintain those relationships that you have. Keep those friends close. And I regretted it when I turned 30, 31. All right, so I learned this the hard way, but you don't have to, right? Because somebody's learned it, and they say that the wise people are those who learn from other people's mistakes. Yeah. So first impression. You would have already formed an impression of me when I walked in. I came here. I'm here on the stage. Some of you might be thinking, oh, who's this weird guy? Look at his hairstyle, this mullet, whatever he's sporting. Look at his long beard. Maybe some guys are thinking, oh, he's got a cool beard. He's wearing a nice shirt. He's got a good attitude. He talks well, right? This is what first impression does. It happens without you even thinking about it, because our subconscious is trained like this for time of evolution. Every time you see a person, within 7 seconds, you judge that person. Either that impression is good or it is bad, right? Now it's up to you how you use those 7 seconds to impress that person. This is valid for you if you're going to create a dating profile, if you're going for an interview, if you're going for an important meeting, if you're going for an arranged marriage setup also. This works, right? Your first impression matters. This is where you make it or break it. Now, what do you guys see here? It's an iceberg. How much of an iceberg is on top of the water? It's less than 10%. So 90% is what you see is below. Your first impression is what people see. They don't know who you are. They don't know what experiences you've got. They don't know what degree you've got. They don't know what background you come from. They look at you, they create a perspective of you, and that perspective takes everything ahead for you. Okay? So as I said, 7 seconds is all that you have here. If this is not right, you will lose out on opportunities. You will lose out on the best partner for your life. You will lose out on the best job for your life. You will lose out on that startup funding that you're looking for, because the impression is not right. Cool? Now, what does one see when they are looking at you for the first impression? Women, I think besides beard, everything is also applicable for you. So they would look at your hair. Is it messy? Is it well styled? Does this guy care about himself or not? What about his beard? Is it shabby, patchy, ungroomed, right? What about his skin? Does it look healthy, or he's got like pimples on his skin, doesn't take care of it, it's red, right? It's dull, it's not looking good because your habits are bad. Your scent, are you stinking when you go into a meeting? Does your breath smell when you get into a room? These are the basics that people look and judge you by. Your style, your posture, are you standing upright? Are your shoulders upright? Or are you slouching? What's your body language like? Your body language talks so much about you. Your smile, is it genuine or like just random? This guy is faking it. People judge you by this. People judge you by the handshake that you do, right? Okay, so simple game we'll play. This can be applicable for anything. Right now, it's a dating profile, but this could be you going to an interview. This could be you going for a meeting. This could be you going for a date that you're trying to impress that girl. And how you do one thing is how you do everything. Okay. So who's going to win? You have 0.5 seconds to decide. It's a profile in front of you. Who will win? Profile A or B? B? Why? Okay, why would B win and not A? Personality? Okay. A की तो personality नहीं पता चल रही, वो तो दो लोग खड़े हैं यहाँ पे, right? So first mistake, you've got a group picture going. If anybody is creating a dating profile, please don't put a picture with your friends in college. Okay. First picture has to be you, looking very nice, wearing some good clothes, solid colors, a good smile going, right? Okay. Let's see the next one. Which one will win now? A. Okay. Okay. Why would A win? Anybody? The other guy looks like a criminal already, ना? 20 साल में ऐसे काम कर रहा है तो आगे क्या करेगा? Right? All right, next one. A will win. ये तुम्हारा कुछ नहीं होने वाला लाइफ में, मैं बताता हूँ। ए ने आईआईटी लिख दिया नीचे, उसको लग रहा है कि सब हो जाएगा भाई, लड़की भी आ जाएगी, जॉब भी आ जाएगी, सब हो जाएगा। नहीं ना, it doesn't work. You have to work in yourself. Doesn't matter which college you're from, doesn't matter what's your background, what's your ethnicity, it doesn't matter. You have to make sure that you look good. This guy made an effort. He's looking good, he's smiling, he's got a nice shirt on, right? Good posture, looks confident, he wins. What about now? Who likes B? I want to know here. Who likes B? I saw you. I heard you. Did you say B? No? Okay. Thank God. Okay. Clearly, this guy is not confident. It talks about his body language, his perception of himself. He's got his curly hair. Maybe he's not confident with that. He's looking down. Not a clear picture. Talks a lot about one's personality, right? The other guy is sitting in bright light. He's got good lighting on his face. His confident is his posture is confident. He's got a cat with him, so a cat lover. Talks a lot about him. What about now? What about now? ए ए यहाँ से ये सारे लड़के वही हैं जो एक दूसरे के साथ ऐसे कंधे पे रख के फोटो खिंचवाते हैं, राइट? सो बी विल विन ना, क्लियरली. If I were a girl, I would choose B, not A. I don't even know who A is, like this guy or that guy. Okay? Okay, one small exercise we'll do. This is something that is for your own self. Pull out your mobile phones. Everybody can pull out their mobile phones. It's a quick 15-second exercise. Please pull out your phones, switch on your camera, video mode, put it towards yourself. Say anything to yourself for 5 seconds, 10 seconds. Hey, I'm Rahul Badesra. Hey, what's up? Today I'm here attending a webinar with Rahul or a seminar with Rahul. This is for you to look at yourself, how you are today. And then you are going to check it maybe 4 years after when you're leaving the college. This is a memory for you guys. And see the transformation journey that you've done. Can we start now? Okay, guys, please pull out your phone. Don't be shy. Come on. It's a video for your own self. I'm giving you 15 seconds to record your own self. Timer on. Record yourself. Say hi. What's up? Hey, hi. Maybe your friend on the next side can pop in and say hi too. It's fine. Just to look at yourself कि मैं आज यहाँ पर हूँ और 4 साल बाद कैसा दिखता हूँ, एक कंपैरिजन होना चाहिए ना. ये मेमोरी है. Cool. Okay, guys, I think we can move on. I think the point is taken. Whoever has to do it can do it. Lesson number 2. Dream big. सपना देखो यार. Because if you are not dreaming big and have a dream of your own, you will help somebody else build their dream. It's as simple as that. I was in a corporate job for 10 years. I helped the company make a lot of money, but it was for them. I used to get peanuts from what they used to make. But today I have my own business. I earn for myself. I work for myself. The hardest decision that I made was to quit my job, right? But I had a dream and I've been following that dream for the last 5 years and it's been transformative for me. It's been transformative for me. So how many of you guys have a dream that you are working towards? I see a lot of hands going up. I'm really, really happy to see it. मेरा कोई सपना नहीं था जब मैं कॉलेज में था. कुछ भी नहीं था. पता ही नहीं होता था क्या चल रहा है. भाग रहे हैं बस इधर से उधर, चिल कर रहे हैं. आज शिविया पे जा रहे हैं, कल कहीं और जा रहे हैं, आज मूवी चले जाते हैं. Never had a dream, never had a purpose. But I found it 5 years ago and life has been different altogether, right? Now when you create a vision for your life. For example, I want to create X or I want to build Y. That becomes your North Star. This is what you're working towards. Maybe this will change your life or maybe it won't, but just, keep an open mind. No preconceived notions. So build a dream and write it down on a piece of paper. Whatever it is, छोटे से छोटा हो सकता है. कुछ भी जो आपको पसंद हो वो लिखो एक पेपर के ऊपर. And then you say this is how my life is going to look like in 10 years. This is how I'll look like when I'm 5 years ahead of today. This is what I'll be doing 1 year from now. This is what I'm going to do 6 months from now. This is what I'm going to do today. My 24 hours that I have in my hand. This is my list of actions that I'm taking. Right? और 24 घंटे ही हैं सबके पास. मैम के पास भी वही है, आपके पास भी वही है, अंबानी के पास भी वही है. Everybody's got 24 hours. It's just that what you do with those 24 hours, that's what will create impact, or you can just fizzle out like everybody else. Completely up to you, your choice. So I hope this gives a little bit of clarity. So find your compass. And just one more example, if you're getting out of your house and you're going to college, right? So you have a clarity that, okay, I'm going to my college today and I have to get there by 8 o'clock. Now imagine like you're not going to college, you don't have any clarity, you get out of your house, sit in the car, where will you go? You'll roam around, come back. This is how life is. If you don't have your north compass, if you don't have something pointing you into a direction, even if you can't see it, it doesn't matter. आपको सिर्फ एक टाइम पे 200-300 मीटर ही दिखेगा, but that goal is there, that dream has been planted, and it will take you somewhere here. So just build one for yourself instead of building somebody else's. I would honestly prefer this if I was in your place. Your lifestyle, it's one of the biggest factors, and if something could be corrected in my life when I was in 2009 sitting here, it would have been my lifestyle. Yeah, I was so like पता ही नहीं था food habits, nutrition, exercise, your sleeping habits, your dietary habits, everything, just didn't know about it. And this is what plays such a big part. This is what you're doing below in that 90% that people don't see. This is your daily lifestyle, the habits that you have. Are you drinking, smoking? Are you eating junk food? Are you eating calorie dense food? You're not working out. You have a very sedentary lifestyle. You're just sitting in front of a laptop, घर पे बैठे हो, chill कर रहे हो. It's not helpful. You have to create a routine for yourself, right? So a simple framework, if anybody wants to implement and take away one thing from my time here today with you guys, implement this in your life. Shred. I call this the shred framework. SHRED. S stands for sleep. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep is non-negotiable, right? This is something that you have to fight for, and you have to get it in your system. If you're not getting 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, you're somewhere or the other losing out on some of the other thing in your life, your attention, your functioning of your body. Something is going down, and you will not be able to be productive. You will not be able to put your best effort out there. So sleep, number one thing. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep, ideally from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. 1-2 घंटा ऊपर नीचे is fine. H, hydrate. How many of you guys have like 2 or 3 liters of water in a day, or track your daily water intake? Okay, I'm really, really happy to see so many of you guys raising your hands. I never did, never bothered. It started creating problems later on in life. But we must have at least 2 to 3 liters of water in a day, and ideally in the first half of the day. Otherwise, you'll end up waking up in the night and your sleep will get disturbed. So, R, routine. So, routine basically means workout of some form of the other. Either it's yoga, it's going to the gym, strength training, it's Pilates, whatever you prefer. But you have to go and move the muscles and joints in your body on a daily basis. अपनी हार्ट रेट को ऊपर लेके जाना है आपको 70% ऑफ द मैक्स तक, कम से कम हार्ट रेट को ऊपर लेके जाना है एटलीस्ट टू 70% ऑफ योर मैक्स, राइट? उससे क्या होता है, आपकी बॉडी में ब्लड फ्लो बढ़ता है, ब्रेन तक ब्लड जाता है, बालों तक ब्लड जाता है, बियर्ड तक जाएगा, आपकी पूरी बॉडी के अंदर ब्लड सर्कुलेशन बढ़ता है, जो कि आपका अगर लाइफस्टाइल डोमिनेंट है और आप सेडेंटरी लाइफस्टाइल जी रहे हो, धीरे धीरे आपको प्रॉब्लम्स आनी शुरू होंगी. वो 20s में नहीं पता चलती. You will get to know them when you are in your 30s, late 30s, 40s. But if you can lay the foundation today, you must start working out at least 30 to 45 minutes, 4 to 5 days in a week. And eat clean. Right now, how many of you guys plan your meals or understand nutrition or would, make a certain attempt to actually get in more protein in your body? How many of you guys do it? Great. I can see a few people here. That's not even 1% of the population that is there in this room. Do you know how much harm you're causing to your own self? If you're having chole bhature for breakfast, chole kulche for lunch, and butter naan and chicken for dinner, you are inviting, a lot of serious trouble in the future. I did this for the longest time. I was working with Sunburn, and our lifestyles were very bad, right? Every day we were traveling to a different city. Today there's Bombay, Goa, Delhi, Hyderabad, कल Amsterdam. खाने का कुछ पता नहीं है. We don't know, not getting a lot of sleep. Late night gigs are there. Not eating properly, not hydrating properly, a lot of alcohol. Bad lifestyle. Started 2 problems at the age of 33, 34. But I fixed this and a lot of things changed. So basic principles, what I want to say here is that you should avoid deep fried food. You should avoid junk food. Guys, come on, listen to me. I think this can change your life a little bit if you want to really, this is the most important framework that I'm telling you guys about. Right? So no deep fried food, no junk food, no sugar. Basics, just cut it down and prioritize protein in every meal that you have. Right? If you can get this going and plan your meal so that when you're hungry, you know what you want to eat. The question of, oh, what to eat today will not come. And the last one is decompress. A lot of people are going through mental issues nowadays. A lot of people. And in India, we have this problem that we want to, snap everything under the rug. Oh, this mental health is not an issue. It's fine. But later on, it bursts. And people then, they commit suicides. They end their own lives. I mean, imagine what kind of a courage it would take somebody to end their own life. But they're going through that constant mental battle for years, right? And then one day they suddenly burst. So mental health is very important. Simple things that I can tell you, which I do on a daily basis. 30 minutes, sit by yourself in silence, deep breathing. That's it. You can do what you feel like. Maybe gratitude is your thing. Maybe deep breathing is your thing. Maybe meditation is your thing. Maybe Hanuman Chalisa is your thing or Quran is your thing. I don't know. Whatever it is, please do it for yourself. Learn to sit by your own self for 20, 30 minutes. Clear your mind. So this is the SHRED framework that I think everybody should incorporate in their lives from as early as possible. Routine. What you do from the time that you wake up, that you go back and go to your bed and sleep. This is life changing. Yeah, I didn't have any structure in my life for the longest time, right? Subah 8 baje, like wake up at 8, 8:30, hit the office by 9, 9:30. Then messages, emails, follow whatever everybody is telling you to, boss se mil liye, meet client meetings, whatever. But where do I get the time for myself? I didn't. And I was always complaining that I don't have time for myself. I don't have any evenings for myself. This hustle culture was taking over, right? And this is what will happen to you if you don't have a routine from now in your own lives. This is what my daily routine looks like for the last 4.5 years. Every day, like clockwork, this is what it looks like. It doesn't matter what city I'm in. It doesn't matter which country I'm in. If I'm alive today, this is what I'm going to follow. I wake up at 5. Why am I telling you this? So you can create a little bit of structure in your life. Abhi kya hai na? Everybody's on their phones constantly. You would look at your phone in the morning when you wake up. First thing you do, phone. Email, WhatsApp, girlfriend's message, boyfriend's message. That's about it. And then life starts from there. When do you have time to think for yourself? Create a routine for yourself from the time that you wake up till the time that you sleep. Prioritize sleep. Wake up early. Take an hour out for yourself, right? And one of the funny things that I don't know if I've written here is, yeah, so when I go to the pot, like I think everybody needs to go and take a dump in the morning. Most important function. Don't take your mobile phone with you. I've read almost 300 books in the past 4 years just because of one habit that I changed. I stopped taking my phone and looking at my phone till the time I'm done with my gym. That's about 8:30. One small change. Just didn't look at my phone. It's okay. And seldom are there any emergencies. हम लोग क्या सोचते हैं ना कि अरे कोई emergency होगी रात को phone बजेगा. 911 तो यहाँ पे नहीं है, चलो 100 नंबर पे phone कर लो, ठीक है? People call on 100. They have some other people to call to. It's okay. Prioritize sleep. That's your most important asset that you have to prevent. Okay? And stay away from your phone as much as you can, because this device that is in your hand right now is consuming your attention, which is the most important currency that everybody is fighting for, your attention. That's what I'm doing as a brand. That's what I'm doing as a marketeer. That's my job. I want to steal your attention. I'm looking for the right hooks, the right call to attention so that I can get the money out of your wallet. That is my job, okay? And your job is to stay away from your phone and stay away from my marketing. As a student, prevent this. Use your phone, don't get used by it. Cool? This is what's happening to a lot of people nowadays. They're losing their attention, they're losing their focus. Every time, 2 मिनट भी brain खाली होती है ना, आपको सोचने का वक्त मिलता है, आप अपना phone उठा लेते हो. People just don't want to get bored. It is when you get bored that you have new ideas. Please remember this. Don't look for cheap dopamine hits on your phone. One like, one share. It doesn't matter, yeah. They're designed, the algorithms are designed. I went to a studio in London a long time back, right? This is basically the guys who developed Facebook with Mark Zuckerberg. These are the guys who Mark Zuckerberg basically cheated, right? So they developed this company. And this company is basically at that point of time in 2013, it was actually cracking the code of what the audience is looking at. How do they react? Like, for example, a simple sentence, it is raining and I am running versus it was raining and I ran, had a huge impact on the audience. So this is the kind of code that they were getting into detailing for. They helped crack elections. They did man-on-man marking. They changed the country's outcome because of the behavioral code of consumers that they cracked, right? and you are also part of it. So get out of the system, create a routine for yourself, have a disciplined life. This is the core that you can create for your own self. Patience. Nothing happens overnight. It takes years, years of failures, years of hard work, years of nobody noticing you, years of just creating random content, trying to figure shit out. But that one day that it hits after 20 years, that is what the media popularizes. So there are no shortcuts in life, my friend. This is something that you should be prepared for. You're just getting started in your journey. So please be patient. Work on a particular goal or a dream for 10 years before you give it up, right? Patience is very, very crucial for your happiness, for your peace. Because if you start getting impatient and if you start feeling कि यार result नहीं मिल रहे, कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा, क्यों कर रहा हूँ मैं ये, 10 views आ रहे हैं. For example, if you're a content creator, it's very easy to give up, right? 10 views आ रहे हैं, कोई देखता तो है नहीं. That's what happened to me in the beginning. And then after say 3 years of creating content, a video picked up and it just went 4.95 million. And then my Instagram started kicking off. Today I have like more than 150K plus followers there. It was never that case. YouTube also same thing. I've been putting 2 videos a week for the last 4 years. It doesn't matter if it gets views or not. It's my commitment, it's my routine, it's my habits, it's my consistency that matters, right? So consistency is very important. Anything that you do, you have to do it for a long period of time. Self-discipline. अब आप बच्चे तो हो नहीं, you're not kids कि parents मारेंगे डंडा बेटा चलो चलो वो भी दिन खत्म हो गए. Like डंडा is also out now. Parents won't scold you or ground you, right? So who's responsible? You yourself. You have to be answerable to your own self. Nobody else is gonna beat you with a stick or tell you what to do. Create your own life, create your own routine. Be answerable to your own self. Because till the time you're not answerable to yourself, nobody cares, right? As simple as that. Sorry, one I think important thing that I want to mention here is uncertainty is your best friend. If you are getting into a journey where you're building your dreams, where you're working on your own goals, the only thing that is certain is nothing is certain. And you will keep swimming in this ocean of uncertainty till the time you find one little ray of hope. It'll come, but you don't know when it's going to come. All you can do is be consistent, follow a routine, get bored, get back to the same thing that you're doing on a daily basis. That's all that matters. Take more risks. The best part is that if I was in your age and somebody told me कि बेटा कर यार तू कोई नहीं फेल होगा कोई नहीं देख लेंगे पर किसी ने बोला नहीं यार nobody said right everybody was just like secure that job secure your next big paycheck secure that monthly paycheck that you look that's a drug that people give you and it's the most addictable or addicting drug in the world a salary or a paycheck that you get on a monthly basis this is what is ruining our lives this is what our mindset is this is what we're working for. If you get out of this mindset, take more risks, fail, it's fine. You will learn something, move on to the next step, and take that learning experience with you, and it will take you higher on the next one when you do it. When you fail for the next time, you will push your limit. Gym jata hai koi? Anybody who goes to the gym here? What do? You go to the max failure of your muscle, right? Then your muscle recovers, it goes to the next weight. You go progressive overload. This is what happens when you fail. It's okay. Don't fear failure. Don't fear failure. And you're too young right now. 20 to 30, fail as much as you can. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. All right? But the learnings that you will get are priceless. They will take you to the next step in your life. Now, fear of judgment and fear of failure. Failure, I already told you. Fear of judgment. You know, when I was starting my YouTube channel, I was a vice president in DDB Mudra. I was heading the live events, sports, and intellectual property division for India. And then suddenly I had this idea during lockdown that why don't I start a men's grooming brand? Why don't I create content on YouTube? You know what my biggest fear was? That people will judge me. What are my colleagues going to say? What are the stars that I'm friends with going to say that this guy is friends with me, he's a vice president, he's creating YouTube videos? What's wrong with this guy? It's the biggest fear. And when I put that first video on my YouTube channel out there, that fear was gone. That fear was gone. Nobody cares, bro. Everybody is busy. किसी गर्लफ्रेंड उसको मार रही है, किसी की लड़ाई चल रही है, किसी के मम्मी पापा ने उसको पैसे नहीं दिए पॉकेट मनी के, किसी के बॉस ने उसको प्रमोशन नहीं दिया है, right? Everybody is going through their own shit in life. You focus in your own fucking dream. Sorry for the French, but you focus in your dream. That's what matters. Do not think about what other people are going to judge you for. It doesn't matter. Focus on your own journey. That's about it. And your task is to just put as many shots on goal as you can. That's it. And you will only fail if you quit. There is no other way around it, right? As simple as that. You'll fail, you'll learn, you'll grow, and you repeat this until you hit your dreams. And then that is another mountain to discuss. Core skill. What is it that you guys are learning here? What is it that you guys are learning here? Is there any skill that you have? Education is not a skill, it's a platform to broaden your horizon of thinking, creating own judgments, taking own decisions. It's a platform. If you think that this college life is going to make you successful, it won't. It's just giving you a platform to think. But what's your skill? What's that one big skill that is it content? So I want to give you a few skills that can actually create value in today's times in 2025 till the next maybe 10-15 years that I can see. I don't know how artificial intelligence is going to change it, but sales, it's non-negotiable. Everybody has to sell themselves. If a guy is proposing to a girl, he's selling himself. If you are asking parents for more money, you're selling yourself. If you're asking somebody for a job, you're selling yourself. If you're asking somebody to buy something from you, you're selling yourself. Sales is the number one skill that you must have in your own self. Learn from failures, it's fine. But know how to sell. Know how to sell, right? The number one skill that you can develop in these 4 years, sales. Code. How many of you here write code? Anybody? Okay, I can see one hand. Two. Okay. I'm not a coder. There are platforms like Replit now, which actually just you write the instructions in it and it gives you the code that you want. Things are changing, but code is actually one of the most relevant things for the future. So if you want to get started on this today, it's not too late. Learning a new language is not that big a deal. Focus on getting yourself equipped with another code. Learn languages when you have time. Okay. Content. How many of you guys create content? One. One. That's it. All of us do, correct? Everybody does. You take a picture, you put it on your social media platform, it's content. You're creating a story for yourself or for your friends, it's content. So everybody creates content. You're not creating it for a purpose, right? Building your personal brand is going to be non-negotiable 5 years from now. Everybody has a personal brand. Your Instagram profile, the way you're sitting here right now in front of me, what you're wearing, it's your personal brand. It's talking something about you. It's giving away everything. I can read skills. I can understand what your intentions are. What is your dream that you're working towards can be taken away from your personal brand, right? So be very, very protective of your brand. Everybody is a brand in themselves. Gucci भी तो एक बंदा ही था ना यार, but he created a brand, right? Aldo is also another guy. Gucci का cousin था Aldo, but they created a brand out of it. You buy slippers for like 50,000, 1 lakh, 6,000. You're paying them. Why? Today I create a brand called Badesra. Maybe 5 years from now you'll buy it. Why? Because I created a brand. I marketed it. You can also do it. Cool. So protect your personal brand. Creating content is actually one of the biggest skills that you can have. Creating content is going to lead you to sales. Cool. Capital. This is one of the biggest leverages that anybody can have. If you have capital, you have access, you have a network. You can use that capital to create a business. You can use that capital to hire manpower for you. So another skill. Why have I written capital at the bottommost pillar? Because once you know sales, or you know coding, or you know content, you can create capital and that becomes your leverage, right? So please work on one of these skills. I think they're the most relevant skills in my imagination and my experience. Sports, if something that's of your interest, could also be another one that you can work on. Learn to unlearn. I told you this in the beginning also, right? I was in the field of sports, media, entertainment for almost a decade of my life, from 2011 to 2020, right? Now, when COVID hit, I didn't know, everything stopped. कोई इवेंट नहीं हो रहा, कोई बाहर लोग आ नहीं रहे मिलने के लिए, सब घर पे बैठे हैं, सब बंद हो गया था, right? So now a guy who was traveling to different cities, 4 cities in a week, now everything's come to a halt. The revenue that we were generating, everything, there's no certainty when the next sport match is going to happen. IPL is getting shut. The TV programs that we were producing are getting shut. The gigs that we were doing are getting shut. There's no permission, nothing. COVID is spreading like anything. Uncertainty. So that's when I decided that it's okay. If I learned that thing for the last 10 years, doesn't mean that I have to invest the last, the next 30, 40 years of my life into it. I pivoted. I moved towards creating content, becoming a founder of a men's grooming brand. I started that journey, right? But had I been stuck on the thing कि यार नहीं मैंने 10 साल ये करा है अब कैसे छोड़ दूं, ये कभी मत करना, right? You're always learning things to unlearn them when the time comes. Okay? So another big key learning that I had in my journey, I thought it's important for you. आज engineering कर रहे हो doesn't mean that you have to pick up an engineering job or do something which is in the similar field. You can create content, you can write code, doesn't matter. Just pick something that you love and can do it for a long period of time with repeated failures on the journey. Invest in meaningful relationships. Okay, I was having a discussion with ma'am also earlier that I'm 37 today, right? I had a lot of friends when I was in school. Everybody was a friend. I had multiple friends, right? And it was just difficult going to everybody's birthday party and whatnot. Then came college, got out of school. So everybody, all the college about journey the way you're in, the school friends disintegrated. They went to their own journeys. Everybody joined different colleges, right? So time, energy, and proximity. These are the three things that define your relationships with your friends, with your mentors, with your peers, with your parents, everything. These three things will always define it. Time, your energy, and your proximity. So when you move from your school to your college, you have less time because your hours get extended. You're traveling, your energy depletes in the college, so you don't have much time to go and meet the school friends in the evening, hopefully, right? Your proximity decreases, maybe you change cities, right? Now, when you go from college, you go to start working for some other company. Maybe you'll shift to Pune, maybe you'll go to Bombay, maybe you'll go to New York, whatever. So it's up to you. Then your time will be lesser because you'll be more involved in your jobs, right? Your energy is going to be even lower because now your job is sucking everything out of you. Your proximity will reduce more because now you're in a different city altogether, right? And then, for example, if you start your own startup or your venture, everything comes down. Now your time is completely dedicated to your dream that you're building. Your proximity from your friends cuts off because you don't have time for it. Your energy is completely gone and drained into that own thing, right? So invest in relationships, make time for relationships. This is one of the biggest regrets that I have. Uh, Not that it pinches me, but sometimes there are times here. I feel कि चार दोस्त होते बैठते chill करते कभी, but it doesn't happen because I'm so invested in the things that I'm building. My friends are all over the globe right now. I'm 37, so I realize this and I tell you today that maintain those relationships that you have, keep those friends close, that you truly, you truly think that they mean something to you. Hold them, invest in those things. It's fine. It'll, give you results when you're 40, when you're 50, when you're 60. So think ahead, not short term. Financial independence. This is my last lesson. I think not a lot of people will teach you this in college. They're not here for looking for your, they would set you up for a placement, for a job. But is that going to make you financially independent? No, right? So what do you need? You need to know your number. What are my expenses today? What do I want to achieve? Where do I want to go? How do I want to live? What kind of house do I want? What kind of car do I want? What's my lifestyle going to be? Am I going to go for 4 vacations, 3 vacations in a year? How many kids am I going to have? Think about all these things, right? Today you're almost 20, and in the next 5, 10 years, you'll get settled. Start thinking about it now. Start creating your number. What is it? 10 crores, 50 crores, 100 crores, 200 crores, 1,000 crores, whatever it is. Put it in your mind. Start working on that number from now. Because once you hit your financial independence, you don't have to think about everyday's security needs, right? And we all are here. So, I mean, you're not earning money by yourself. Right now, you're with your parents. But the moment they kick us out, who are we? We're going to fight for our survival, right? So, first thing is shelter, food, security, transportation, the basics, the clothing. Figure these out. Then you move towards luxuries of life. And that is when you move towards, style, big vacations and whatever, your big sports car or whatever it is that you're looking for. But have that number in your mind. Don't play blind. Don't play blind. Have your goals that will take you towards your financial independence. If your number is 5 lakhs a month, try and hit it as soon as possible. 5 lakhs a month today can be done in less than 6 months to 1 year if you're focused on it, right? So please think about it. Put that in your notebook where you're writing your dreams and back calculate from there. Okay, my last thing before I leave is like 4 seasons of life that I had learned this from Tony Robbins. How many of you have heard of Tony Robbins? One person? Okay. Cool. So he's a mentor for a lot of people and does these life-changing things. So there are 4 seasons of life that we go to, and you guys are right now in the first season. I'm in season 2. What happens in season 1? This is where, this is the season that you hustle, you're hungry, you're creating your habits. Okay? You plant the seeds for your career, relationship, character, and your mindset. Everything that you do today is going to define how well you do in your 35 to 40, 50, and 60 and beyond. So this is where you need to be very, very careful, guys. And this is where I messed up. I messed up here. I did not think much about my career. I did not give a lot of importance to my relationships. I did not build a character around at this point in time. And I regretted it when I turned 30, 31. So this is your season where your choices have to be more about choosing discomfort. It has to be clear goals of what you want to do, how your life is going to be when you're going to turn 35, 40. Think that far in your life. Okay. Now, what is it that you learn? What are you learning and what are you becoming? These are your key questions. Next is this is where I am. I'm 37 today, and this is my summer. This is where I'm nurturing what I did while I was in my earlier days. Cool. So I reap what I sow. If I had bad habits, I'm going to see the results now. My body will start giving up. I'll start seeing symptoms. I'll start seeing diseases develop in my body. If my relationships have been toxic, this is the time that they start sprouting. If my career trajectory was bad, this is the time that the mid-career issues and midlife crisis begin to show up. This is where external pressures take you down. If you don't set your life up in this phase of life that you're in, this can be very bad for you, right? But if you set your habits right, if your character is strong, if your relationships are right, if you're building your career in the 20s, this will be just a cakewalk here. This will be a cakewalk. I had a tough time here in the initial few years, but I took it back, right? Today I'm 37. My metabolic age is 30 because my lifestyle is right, right? Basic changes. I don't think I want to bore you with the things that come ahead. Focus on one step ahead of you. So I think I'll end it here.